Hey there. Today I have an Impex JR75, or sometimes referred to as a Junior 75. Impex Junior 75, serial number 3749. It's called that, Junior, because it is a low velocity powder actuated tool, and it is not a nail gun. Hopefully that'll keep me off some watch lists. Anyway, Impex was from Germany, West Germany at the time. 22 caliber, single shot. And it's kind of a neat tool. It's a little different than most of them out there. So let's go through that right now. We do have the cap and the spring. And the reset pin. The barrel, which is kind of rare for a 22 caliber, is held on by a shear clip instead of being threaded in. We still have some flats here, which do come in handy to remove the nose piece. Instead of unthreading it, you just kind of twist it and twist it back. Twist it, and you can pull the nose piece out, and the shear clip clips back in place, so now you can't get the piston out. So let's remove the shear clip. I have extras, I hope. Not sure where they're at, but I do recall having a bag of them. And the piston. Piston's actually kind of small, in my opinion. And the piston ring is not very big. So that's it pretty much for the nose piece section. So let's get in the back of the tool after we clip this all back together. So the back of the tool, one of the things I just want to point out is this rather odd looking spring back here that pushes the trigger forward. Also falls back should you try to hold the trigger and slam fire the tool. This will fall back. Most triggers will have that do have a feature like that. It has a little metal piece inside the trigger that's on a pivot that does the same thing. And I don't really like these triggers, because they do have a tendency to rip out near that pinhole. And this tool does feel kind of funny, and that is kind of loose. I think I have a trigger, but I can't locate it. Must be with the shear clips. The other feature, of course, is the really cool ejector block. I push that down without losing the ball bearing. The ejector block, and it's backed by a bearing and spring. So it's pretty good at ejecting, but I'm now beginning to feel that maybe it is a little bit over designed. Effective though. Is it over-designed if it works? It is if you lose the ball bearing. Other than that, it's pretty much a typical 22 caliber tool. There are threads in the reset assembly, so that should it get stuck, you can take the handle bolt out and use a pair of pliers to remove it. So get it back together. The detent on this tool is pretty good. It holds it in there pretty tight. It's a ball bearing that's underneath this ring here. Not too different than the DX350. And it does its job. And also, while I'm up here, the shear clip can actually be put on either way, either over the top or under the bottom. Doesn't matter. The last thing about the JR75, the Junior 75, is its little brother, the JR35. It is a short tool, 32 millimeter capacity, I believe, or probably more likely 35. The main difference between those two tools is that it doesn't have anything up here except for a threaded nose piece, and of course it's shorter. So it has no buffering system in it, no overdrive system. You slam the piston against the nose piece and chances are it's going to get stuck. And gets stuck, it's very hard to get out, and a lot of times you end up replacing the barrel piston and nose piece. Why they did that, I don't know. They probably had no interest in developing the tool any farther and didn't expect it to be a big seller, and they're probably correct on that. And that's all I have on the Impex Junior tools. Time to move on. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.